Hello, welcome back to another video about ImmuneExplorer. ImmuneExplorer is a gateway to SEEQ, the Crow Labs next-gen sequencing database, and a set of bioinformatics tools for BCR and TCR sequences. In this video, we're going to be taking a look at the Summary Statistics dashboard, which is the first window that you see when you launch the program. As you can see, I've already gone ahead and run the dashboard job, just so that we are all populated and we're not sitting around waiting and watching it together when instead we can be talking about what we're looking at. So the first thing that you do to get started is, of course, to enter your database credentials. Once you have permission from Jim or Rob, you can go ahead and ask TechCore for Mongo and shell access on some of these larger departmental resources. And for the database job, you just need to enter your username and password for the database section. And the SSH credentials you can leave blank, but having this main window here means that you only need to enter that username and password one time. It'll get sent off to the next window, whether that be for a sibling search or multi-sequence alignment, whatever the case may be. The windows do talk to each other and share your credentials, so you're not sat there typing again and again. So once we've set up our job name and chosen a run and sample to pull data on, we'll get back something like this. And the first piece of information that comes back from the Mongo database is this VJ heat map, and this will of course look a little different depending on what locus you're looking at, but essentially you get back three things. You get a raw count, so how many of these reads are IGH J1 and IGH V1-18. We can see here. You will get a Z-score standardized count, which is more similar to the data you're looking at here. You can see you've got your scale bar as well. And so those come back to you in CSV format. We've got here the raw reads pulled up. So for that V germline and J germline pair, we see we've got 30 reads in this particular sample. And we can also pull back the standardized data, which are a little bit harder to read by eye, but it certainly improves the usefulness of the plots once we get those back. And the plots come back in a few different flavors. We're looking at here the low resolution copy. We've also got a high resolution raster graphics version and a vector version that should be fully editable in your favorite program, whether that be Inkscape, Illustrator, or something else entirely. We've also got CDR3 length here, which along the x-axis we're looking at the length in amino acid space, and along the y-axis we are looking at a proportion. So this is obviously not a raw count. In this plot here we're looking at a little bit of information about the mutations, and in SEEQ mutation information is stored as a raw count. So for example, the V region has one nucleotide that is different from the V germline sequence. And based on this plot here, with this little mutation from a B-cell repertoire, it's likely that we're looking at adaptive sequencing, which only includes a small portion of Framework 3 region. And therefore we're not able to accrue the number of mutations that we might otherwise expect to see. And with that, we've also got our general statistics down here. So we see again our sample name. We can compare that to what we've got up here just to make sure that we haven't forgotten to run this dashboard job. We've got the number of total sequences that we're looking at, the unique reads, and that's looking across the entire variable region, so that's the VD and J. We've got the locus here. So if I were to toggle through the various loci, we would not see new statistics here, but instead that would be clear. It's just another way to verify that you're looking at the thing that you're expecting to see. And we've got here as well unique V3J clonotypes, as well as some summary statistics based on the data that you're seeing here, both in these plots and in the CSV files that are returned to you. And those can all be found in the same directory that you are running the program from. So the CSV files I showed you earlier are here. We've also got, for example, the high-res copy of the CDR3 length distribution plot, which looks a little bit nicer. And of course, you can make a copy at any resolution you like from the SVG version. And with that, I'll end this video. Thank you. If you have any questions, please don't hesitate to send me an email.